So we're seeing some interesting developments today in the euro, strengthening through that big technical line in the sand we've been talking about for almost 3 weeks now. The big head and shoulders neckline around 116.70. Now that we're creeping back above and even above 117 in an environment of quite broad euro strength, requires comment, and really we have to build a narrative around this, but it's a bit hard to do. There's really not a whole lot of distinct direct drivers of this move, certainly not in the European rate curve. If you look at the short end of the curve, of course, it's dead in the water because of the ECB's forward guidance. This just seems to be an ongoing repricing of the euro as we're heading towards 2018 and a taper of ECB policy. There were a couple of positive data points out today, the most positive one perhaps being that German Q3 GDP number coming in close to 3% year-on-year growth and a very solid plus 0.8% on the quarter-on-quarter growth. So driving a euro stronger story really across the board. We've had some really negative news on the UK. So euro sterling has popped. Euro dollar again through this key level. If we look at Europe, the euro versus the Scandinavian currencies, big new highs there. So it just seems to be a swell support for the euro. If you take out some really long-term valuation charts, you can see that maybe this is just about longer-term revaluation of the euro back towards its mean. And its mean is not for another several percent higher. So if this continues, which I think it could, in a positive environment for European data, we could see a significant repricing in the euro back towards 120. Now on the dollar side of the euro-dollar equation, we're also seeing a few signs of weakness. A lot of this has been a strong euro story rather than a weak dollar story. But the dollar is starting to fray a bit around the edges here in some of the other pairs. So we're keeping an eye out there if this euro-dollar reversal is also seeing a big reversal in some of the other dollar pairs. Not necessarily a negative news out of the U.S. just yet. We have the open question of tax reform. We've got some key data up tomorrow, the CPI and retail sales data that could surprise either way, and that'll be a good test for sentiment for the dollar because we've lacked anything on the economic calendar out of the U.S. for quite some time now. And we're finally sort of getting to these post-storm data that will see the economy free of the effects of these big storms that we had over the summer. So that's your outlook for the euro and for the dollar.